again, Alicia Froling, 16 points, 16 rebounds. Her 15th double-double of the year, matches Shasta Smothers-Johnson for the all-time single-season record. Shasta did it in the 84-85 season. Stephanie Collins was a career-high 12 rebounds. The 21-point victory matches the largest margin of victory in a conference game. SMU beat Houston 66-45. With that, we'll let Coach Mays open with a statement, and then we'll open for questions.
Great effort tonight. I'm going to say the defense was pretty good in the second half, not as good in the first half. They got a lot of uncontested three-point shots in the first half, but I'm just glad we made the adjustment in the second half, and I think that's where we were able to really create some separation.
This is the second time you've played Tulsa this year. They got you by 7 points up at their place, so this marks a 28-point flip. What were the biggest differences between Game 1 and Game 2 against Tulsa?
It's really hard for me to say. It looks as if when we went to Tulsa, we went in expecting to win the game, but we didn't play with any attention to detail or any sense of urgency. Tonight, it looked as if everything we did had a purpose, and it looked as if we wanted the game a whole lot more than Tulsa did from beginning to end.
When you talk about that urgency, especially at the beginning, there have been several games this year where you've fallen behind early. You came out today, you had a 15-8 lead at the end of one. What was the key to getting a faster start today, and how much of a focus was that in your pregame?
They call the play. I said, I'm not going to call the first play. Y'all call the plays that you want to run. They call the plays, and I told them because I want to start good, I want to call the play that they're comfortable with. Morgan stood up and called the play, so I'm assuming that was the difference.
So should you and your teammates take over the play calling now?
I think it wasn't just that. We knew that we haven't been starting very well, and we knew that that puts us in a really bad situation. So I think even just right before tip-off, we all huddled together. We said, no, like, we're starting good today. We're not doing what we've been doing these games. So I think we focused on it more, and we knew that it would come from the defensive end more than the offensive end.
When you prepare for a game against a team that you've already seen once this year, how much of your preparation is thinking about the first meeting, and how much is just the scouting report and what you've done maybe in your last couple of games?
I think we were focusing more on us because they didn't beat us in Tulsa, we beat ourselves. So we focused on us, and we had to get revenge. We knew that we should have beaten them down there. We were really disappointed with how we played, and I think we came out today and showed that.
54-38 in rebounds. Alicia has 16, Stephanie Collins 12, Dai'ja Thomas 8. Is that where the game was won today?
I would say so. I mean, I have preached that all week long. I have told our team if we ever get to the point where we would be consistent at boxing out and pursuing the rebound, we would increase our percentage of winning basketball games. And I hope this is enough proof to get them to believe in me and trust me for about 3 more games to finish out the conference really, really strong, and I think they will. But that has been the emphasis of the entire week of practice. When we got back from Temple, that's all we talked about was boxing out and rebounding, and we did a drill. We did several drills for several hours, and I think it's okay.
Alicia, you got your 15th double-double, tying the SMU record that has stood for 32 years. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's exciting. It's not really something that I'm aiming to do. It's nice that I achieve that stuff, but at the end of the day, I just want to win the game. So I'm glad that we got the win. The fact that I can do that as well. You know, I probably haven't been playing my best these past few games, so it's just nice to get that, and then hopefully we can just finish the season strong.
All right, you've always said that the win is more important than individual stats, but as you've started to pile up these double-doubles, do you ever sneak a peek up at the board during the game and keep track of your points, your rebounds, and
I can't lie, I look at it, but it's not like it's not something that I say I have to. I mean, I'm always going to chase the boards. It's not like I am aiming to get it, it's just I want the ball. So I think, I'm not going to lie, I do look at it, but it's not, I don't think just because you want stats doesn't mean you're going to get stats. You have to work for them.
This is true.
You mentioned you hadn't necessarily played your best in recent games. Your last time out against Tulsa, your numbers were, I don't know, 5 and 7 or something like that. And today, 16 and 16. What changed over a few days?
I spoke to coach. I really wasn't happy with how I've been playing, and I knew I needed to do more. It helps the team when I do more. So I was just focused to come out and do what I know I can do today. And I probably didn't make as many shots as I would have liked, but I still think I did. I stepped up, I think.
You're up 6 points at halftime. What do you talk about in the locker room to pull away in the second half?
Well, we talked about the fact that we had gave up 13 threes, and I asked everyone in the locker room, was any of those three-point attempts contested? I said, we're fortunate to be up 8, which if we do what we're capable of doing, we should be up 16, 18. And I told them at that time we were dominating it. I think the percentage, we was 12 points and they were 0 in the paint. But we were shooting threes and shooting quick shots and we were not making them. So we made that adjustment to where we was going to take away their threes and we were going to continue to push it in transition and hopefully find in recognition who was open. Hopefully it would be the post players because that's where our strength was. And they settled down and they executed that in the second half. So that's basically what the conversation was at halftime.
You're 10 and 3 now in Moody. How much do you and your teammates talk about that, making sure you protect your home court?
It's not really said, but everyone just knows. We've got one home game left, and we want to keep that record strong. I think we all enjoy playing in Moody. We love the crowd, so it's not really spoken about, but I think everyone knows it, and I think everyone's very comfortable here, and hopefully we can start to transfer that to the road because we really need to get these next 3 games, and only one of them is at home. So.
They should start talking about it, don't you think? They should start talking about it, not let it be unspoken. Congratulations, I'm extremely proud. That record is, how long it's been?
32 years.
32
84,
years.
85.
You should be extremely proud of that. That's big time. What I will say is Alicia is a very aggressive player. So something like that, she needs to understand that's in her grasp. And I'm trying to get her to be a little bit more patient. She's so aggressive it looks like she wants to sometimes force the issue. And that's why she's been frustrated the past couple games because teams in the conference are taking away her strengths right now. They're taking away her drive, so she's got to be a little bit more patient, be willing to trust her jump shot, and be willing to let the ball get reversed and come back and get some things in transition. So we haven't been quite fighting about that, but it's been a pretty interesting discussion. And I think by the end of these last 3 games, I think we'll come to a happy medium.
All right, so Alicia's modest about the importance of this, or the significance of this record, but considering its scoring and its rebounds, its work on both ends of the floor, it's not just somebody shooting the lights out. From your perspective as her coach, what does specifically the double-doubles record mean compared to other records that players earn?
Well, see, what the double-doubles means is it's a standard. It's a leadership quality by example. Most coaches would call it a motor. Most people would talk about the energy. She's an energy player. But if we can always show Alicia, show her numbers, show her statistics, we can give other players that come through this program something to shoot for. It's a record that she's now in the conversation that's been held for 32 years. Are you kidding me? That's the standard that you want. If you're not shooting for records, then I don't know how good you want to be individually or you want to be as a program.